These 4 silver coins were made from shipwrecked silver. The SS Tilawa was sunk by a Japanese submarine in November 1942, and these coins are made from that recovered silver. Let's get into it. Hello there, and welcome back to another video from CoinNoob. Right then, let me give you a brief rundown of the very long and complicated story. I'll try and keep it as brief as I can. In 1942, November 1942, the SS Tilawa, carrying 732 passengers and 222 crew, with over 64,000 tons of cargo, which included 80 tons of pure silver in big bars, was travelling en route from Bombay in India, which is now Mumbai, of course, to Durban in South Africa. The ship was torpedoed by a Japanese I-29 submarine near the Seychelles. Most of the people were then rescued by the HMS Birmingham, which altered course and rescued 674 of those people. But around 2,391 large silver bars sank to the bottom of the ocean. That was until 2017, a recovery team instructed by Argentum Exploration Limited recovered a huge majority of the silver bars and claimed it under abandoned shipwreck rules for the UK, as the ship belonged to the British India Steam Navigation Company. A long legal battle then ensued, which ran from then all the way through to May 2024, backwards and forwards. South Africa claimed it as theirs, Argentum claimed it as theirs, and eventually it was awarded to South Africa in May 2024, but an out-of-court settlement was reached between Argentum and the South African government, and they sorted it out of court. And the majority of the silver was then sent off to an undisclosed smelter, and only a couple of hundred of the bars were kept as bars, which you can actually buy. There are specialist resellers that are selling those with certificates of authenticities, and on the large bars are all the details of the weight, the fineness, and all that kind of stuff. And they laser cut some of the faceplates off those bars and were selling them separately. The bars themselves weighed over 1,100 troy ounces each, and the faceplates that they cut off, which included all those details, were all over 110 troy ounces each. And the large bars were selling for around $80,000, and the faceplates for around $10,000 US, for 113 troy ounces, which is about £88 an ounce. So quite a premium added onto that. But the majority of it was melted down by an undisclosed smelter. The Silvertown Mint in America purchased some of that silver and produced their own commemorative coins here, which we'll have a look at in a minute. I mean, obviously the Royal Mint in the UK got their hands on some of that refined smelted silver to make some very special Britannias, and obviously the mint in South Africa have made some coins. These are all made from that shipwrecked silver, the refined, the stuff that was sent away to the smelters. And it's a very interesting story. There's loads of details on this website here. It's a website that is all about the SS Tilawa and its history and things like that, and the conservation of anything that's been bought up and all that kind of stuff. It's quite an interesting website, actually. But let's have a look at these coins. Let me pop some gloves on. Here we are then. We'll start off with the good old Britannia. This is a standard Britannia, but you'll see just up here we have the SS Tilawa privy mark, and I'm not sure how close. Oh, that's quite good. You'll see the little anchor there with 1942 either side of the anchor, and the words SS Tilawa at the top. So either Tilawa or Tilawa, however you want to pronounce it. So the Royal Mint obviously produced a number of these. There is a little bit of a premium on these, but they are actually made from that recovered shipwreck silver. King Charles on the obverse, good old Royal Mint with their lovely milk spotting. But I just thought it'd be nice to pick up one of these. I'd seen them on other people's channels, and I thought that's a cool piece of history to own, having a Britannia, but it's made from shipwrecked silver that's been underwater for nearly 80 years. So that was the first one I spotted, and then within Cobra's auction I found these commemorative coins with the SS Tilawa on there. Let me just check my notes to say what these are called. Yeah, so this one is called the Glory Voyage Edition. You can see there the SS Tilawa still very much afloat with some airplanes there flying overhead. And yeah, that's the Glory Voyage Edition. And then there's also one, unfortunately, where she's underwater. You can see the waves above the ship there, and she's sitting there on the bottom of the ocean. And that one is called the Sinker's Fate Edition. So these were produced by the Silvertown Mint in America, who purchased the silver from the undisclosed smelter and made these coins. And I just thought they were a really cool set with cool history, made from the actual Shipwreck silver as well. And that's all I was going to do. I was going to buy those three until I researched these coins and found out the history of the SS Tilawa and the fact that it was on its way from India to South Africa. I wasn't going to pick up the Krugerrand made by the South African mint because you know, I'd already got the Britannia, and then I got those two, and I thought that's enough. And I wasn't too, although it looks quite cool actually up and close, I wasn't too impressed with their privy mark being sort of a laser etched design rather than an actual physical privy mark like on the Britannia. But once I heard the story that that ship was actually destined for South Africa and destined to become coins, it seemed only right to pick up the Krugerrand as well. And it is actually quite a cool privy mark on there with the SS Tilawa 1942 on there, and it's another ounce of silver for the stack. Nothing wrong with the Krugerrand at all. So I decided to pick up all four of the pieces that you can get. There is a bar also made by Silvertown Mint, a 1 ounce bar, but it has the same design on, so I didn't bother picking that one up. But it's just really cool, the history of having silver that's been underwater for 80 years, come from a shipwrecked ship, and sunk by a Japanese U. It's just fascinating story. Do check it out on that website we said earlier. Yeah, 4 troy ounces of shipwrecked silver, genuine shipwrecked silver. Amazing, and an amazing story. There's hundreds and hundreds of amazing stories about all the different ships that we lost in the war. There was hundreds and hundreds of them sunk, and they've all got their own stories to tell. And this one just happens to be about the silver that was recovered. But yeah, really cool coins. Thanks for watching. Do give us a like and a follow over here, and let me know if you've picked up any of the Tilawa or Tilawa silver. And we'll see you again soon for some more lovely silver. Bye bye.